Dude that she was doing all this stuff for, and this is what you did?
Right. Documents say Kelsey was afraid Lewis was going to get her gun and asked a witness to call police. While he was on with 911, he heard a gunshot and saw Lewis run out of the house to drive away in Kelsey's car. Less than 48 hours later, Brock, who said the two were close friends, had to clean out the home her daughter was killed in.
All that blood and brains and whatever that's in her room, that was bow. That wasn't nothing about drop on the floor.
Thank you for watching Why I Killed You TV. Make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe to this particular YouTube channel in this particular video. Today, I want to honor and remember Kelsey Elem. She was just 25 years old. She was from St. Louis, and she made a big difference in the transgender community before her life was sadly taken too short. Kelsey wasn't just a supporter for trans rights. She was a real friend to many. She cared deeply about making sure people felt seen, loved, and accepted who they were. Her friends say that she was full of life, always smiling, always there when somebody needed her, and always had a kind word. Kelsey knew that life wasn't always easy for transgender people. She faced challenges herself, but she never gave up. She used her voice to fight for fairness, respect, and safety for everybody. Whether she was planning events, speaking out, or just listening to someone's story, Kelsey made a difference in the lives of others. Losing Kelsey has left a hole in the community and the hearts of everyone who loved her. But her work, her love, and her bravery will always be remembered. Rest in peace, Kelsey Elem. Thank you for everything you gave to the world. Let's roll this clip.
They hate you. You're gonna die. I don't want to do this.
Found herself in the desperate throes of fear as a heated argument with her boyfriend, Martino Lewis, spiraled out of control. Moments before tragedy struck, Kelsey pleaded with a witness to call 911, her voice trembling with the knowledge that her safety was in imminent danger. Within minutes, a single gunshot echoed through her home, irreversibly altering the course of many lives. For Kelsey's loved ones, reality became a waking nightmare. Her loss not only a profound personal grief, but a chilling reminder of the deadly consequences that can unfold in the shadows of domestic violence. Kelsey Elem was a 25-year-old woman who lived in Affton, a suburb of St. Louis, Missouri, and was recognized by both her family and community as a deeply compassionate and generous individual. She had recently begun her transition, embracing her identity as a transgender woman, and was open and unapologetic about her journey, proud of the woman she was becoming. Kelsey was described by loved ones as a vibrant presence, capable of lighting up any room with her humor and outgoing spirit. Her selflessness was well known. Family members recalled that she would not hesitate to give her possessions, such as shoes or money, to help those in need or assist strangers in difficult circumstances. Beyond her private acts of kindness, Kelsey was an advocate for the transgender community, providing support to others and embodying resilience despite the societal challenges she faced. In the period leading up to her death, Kelsey Elem was in a romantic relationship with 21-year-old Martino Lewis. Family members and acquaintances noted that their relationship had become increasingly tumultuous, with frequent arguments and tension. Despite these ongoing conflicts, Kelsey was frequently described as being supportive towards Lewis, often providing him with emotional and material support. This complicated dynamic set the stage for the tragic events that would unfold. On the night of April 24, 2025, a heated domestic dispute erupted between Kelsey and Lewis at her residence on Grace Avenue in the Affton Southwest precinct. Eyewitnesses recounted that an argument broke out, escalating rapidly in intensity. During the altercation, Lewis punched Kelsey in the mouth with such force that she began to bleed, amplifying the sense of danger and urgency. Amidst the chaos, Kelsey told the witness that she feared for her life, specifically expressing her concern that Lewis might retrieve her gun. Terrified, she requested that the witness call 911 for help. While a witness was on the phone with emergency services, a gunshot suddenly rang out from within the residence. In the moments immediately following the shot, the witness observed Lewis fleeing the house and speeding away in Kelsey's car. Police arrived at the scene around 11:15 p.m. to find Kelsey suffering from a gunshot wound. She was promptly transported to the hospital, but despite efforts to save her, she succumbed to her injuries and was pronounced dead. As the investigation unfolded, authorities quickly identified Martino Lewis as the primary suspect. Lewis was apprehended later that night while still in possession of Kelsey's car. During initial questioning, Lewis attempted to mislead investigators, claiming that the shooting had occurred while he and Kelsey were driving and that he had taken her to the hospital. This account was swiftly disproven by evidence and eyewitness testimony. Court records and the criminal complaint revealed that Lewis admitted to getting into a physical altercation with Kelsey on the night in question. The sequence of events, corroborated by an eyewitness, established that Kelsey was indeed shot inside her home immediately after expressing her fear and requesting emergency assistance. Following his apprehension, Martino Lewis was formally charged with second-degree murder, armed criminal action, and domestic assault. The St. Louis County Prosecutor's Office emphasized the domestic violence component of the crime, reflecting the escalation from a heated argument to lethal violence. The court set Lewis's bond at $400,000, 0 cents cash, only due to the gravity of the charges and the nature of the crime. The outcome of the legal proceedings has not been finalized as of the latest reports, and Lewis remains in custody awaiting further court action. The case has been widely covered due to its tragic details and as a stark example of the fatal consequences of domestic violence, particularly as it affects transgender women and other vulnerable communities.
Good evening, I'm Robert Townsend. Tonight, a man is in jail after being charged in a deadly domestic disturbance in Affton. He's accused of killing a woman police say he was dating. New tonight, 5 on your side's Annie Kroll spoke with the victim's family about the legacy they know she's already leaving behind.
It's still like a shocking to me, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm still like I'm in a dream.
The new reality for Calvinita Brock after losing her youngest daughter, Kelsey Elem. St. Louis County Police say just after 11 p.m. on Thursday, a fight between 21-year-old Martino Lewis and a woman he was in a romantic relationship with broke out in the 5800 block of Grace Avenue. Charging documents say an eyewitness overheard an argument on Thursday night, but it was Kelsey's family who says that escalated into the man they call Tino punching Kelsey so badly in the mouth she started bleeding.
They always been arguing for some reason. I always stayed into it because my baby was she's a legend, she was trying to do her thing, but this was one that she was always supported, taking care of, helping. This a dude that she was doing all this stuff for, and this is what you did?
Right. Documents say Kelsey was afraid Lewis was going to get her gun and asked a witness to call police. While he was on with 911, he heard a gunshot and saw Lewis run out of the house to drive away in Kelsey's car. Less than 48 hours later, Brock, who said the two were close friends, had to clean out the home her daughter was killed in.
All that blood and brains and whatever that's in her room, that was bow. There was nothing about drop on the floor. No. Nothing.
Zoria Moten emphasizing how amazing her older sister was.
She can light up the room. She very playful. She funny. She outspoken. I could describe Kelsey in so many ways. She was just a lot. She was my world, my best friend.
Family said she was an advocate for the transgender community and was a consistent friend to strangers.
She'll take her shoes off her feet and get to a person.
Do it plenty of times. You know, every time we ride past the homeless, she always give everybody $1. She makes sure you hungry. She just one of them type of person that always looked out for everybody.
Annie Kroll, 5 on your side.
Now, if you'd like to help the family pay for funeral expenses, you can find a link to donate to their GoFundMe page in the As Seen on TV section of KSDK.com. The service is scheduled for May 9th. Lewis is being held tonight on a $400,000 bond.
Kelsey's loss sent shockwaves through her family, friends, and the broader St. Louis community. Her mother, Calvinita Brock, expressed profound grief and disbelief, stating that the reality of her daughter's death felt dreamlike and surreal. Kelsey's sister, Zoria Moten, described her as her best friend, emphasizing her infectiously positive personality and her ability to uplift others. Both family members and friends have rallied to honor her memory, noting Kelsey's tireless advocacy and support for others, especially those within the transgender community. In the aftermath of the tragedy, Kelsey's family organized a GoFundMe campaign to help with funeral expenses, garnering support from both their local community and supporters farther afield, allowing friends and family an opportunity to mourn and celebrate her life. Thank you, Kelsey, for being a light for others. for your compassion that knew no bounds, for your advocacy that gave strength to many. Though your time with us was tragically cut short, your impact lives on in everyone who had the privilege of knowing you. May your memory be honored through continued advocacy against domestic violence and greater protection for transgender individuals facing similar dangers. May your family find comfort in the outpouring of community support and in celebrating the beautiful life you lived. Rest in peace and power, Kelsey. Until next time, stay safe and take care of one another.
They hate you. You're gonna die. I don't want to do this.